Hello, this is Holly Beatty, the Joyful Warrior. I'm a spirit initiated shaman. What does that mean? That means that at some point, the spirits that we can't see, that guide our lives, and that encourage us to remember why we're here and what our personal purpose is, came to me and let me know that my life was going to be a mystery, a walk in the dark, and a captivating experience of continual unfolding and enchantment. And I was tapped a little early. You could say I'm a pioneer. I've been walking this way as a shaman, letting my life unfold in real time through Spirit's guidance since 2005. I was met in a dream by a Native American elder that year after a challenging life transition where I had been spending a lot of time praying for guidance and assistance. A being that I had met before, but not quite in the same fullness of way, came to me one afternoon and changed my body so that somatically I had more faculty of perception than I had ever had before in my normal waking consciousness. Since I was a child, I've been able to see spirits, recently deceased family members and neighbors, actually. But even though growing up, I had many different, what I would call breadcrumbs now that were leading me into a future where I would have perfect clarity between the physical reality and the spiritual reality, I wouldn't have called myself a shaman. A shaman is somebody who sees with the heart. And I think all of humanity now is just starting to really begin to understand what that means. It's not some kind of idyllic perception or perceiving that has to do with empathy, like giving empathy to something. Oh, I'm seeing this situation, this person, with my empathic emotions. Of course, there is a lot of empathy involved in shamanic work, but to see with the heart is to perceive the vibrational reality which comes through the wave of everything. And you could think of it as frequency, but also it's thought, and it's also form and picture and structure. So everything in our physical world has a geometric architecture that is standing behind the form that is light born. And that light born structure is always giving a reverberation into the space that it is created from and interacting with. So you could say that all of life is really talking to itself and one another and each other, depending on how you look at it. So, we kind of get caught up in the idea that in order to communicate, we need to, use words. We do have the idea of like being on the same wavelength, right? But like this plant behind me is actually communicating something silently through its vibratory field. And the statue behind me that is formed with red pottery, the pottery itself is giving a communication to the space around, to the entire universe. And also, so is the specific form of the woman that is standing there in the ocean. And the same goes true for the light in the candle flickering, and also the beeswax and the flowers, and of course the drum, especially when it's playing, and the sage. Everything has its own signature. You could call it a soul signature. Not everything has a soul, but everything has spirit. So we could say that everything has a spiritual um, a spiritual the word is it has a place. There's so many different words that are coming to me all at once, but the one that I want to choose is it has a place in existence. It stands in its own self, and it vibrates itself, its own self in existence. It has a right to live, to exist, to be, and it's emanating this energetically. Whatever it is existing. And it can exist in form, in like something concrete that we can see, and it can also exist in the space in between the moment just before thought and then what we call reality. And as soon as a thought is thunk, as soon as we have a little spark of the compulsion of thought, that is the pebble that drops into the water that begins creating, everything. And so we are immersed in our own creation. And we are immersed in one another's co-creation. And we are immersed in the creation that comes from the thought of God within God's mind. So to be a shaman is to be in a world that is all alive, and to be able to perceive the subtle communication that comes from the vibratory connecting, that comes from appreciating, from deeply seeing, from the heart. I am beginning with you a 31-day exploration. It starts tomorrow morning for me, maybe today for you as you're listening, where I'm going to be sharing a little bit about what it means to live a shamanic life and stories from my own shamanic journeys or initiation in the real world that we share, that we consider real, the place where initiation happens, sometimes through challenge and through pivotal moments of insight and wonder. So for, let's see, 11 days, I'm just going to go into storytelling. Yeah. And then on December 12th, I'm going to have a live event where we have a communication with anyone who wants to join. And that's going to be the beginning of a process, which is kind of an arts and craftsy process, as well as one of the year-end reflection for what I call the death arrow ritual, which I've been doing for nearly 20 years every year, where we go through a process of looking at what fruits have come, what harvest has come from our year of unintentional or intentional creation, personal creation, we call manifestation. And everybody will be able to participate in that between the 12th of December and the 21st, which is the solstice. And then we will have little videos every day coming from me as well that talk about what to do in preparation for the 21st when we send the arrows away. So from December 12th to the 21st, we're going to be developing our death arrows. And on the 21st, we will send the arrows. Now, on the 12th, we'll have a live interactive experience. And on the 21st, it won't be live, but there will be something recorded by me that day. And then I'm going to invite everybody to maybe record their sending of their arrow, a little piece of it if you'd like. Maybe take some pictures and then share that. So in our online group area, or just on my regular Facebook feed, however you're meeting me is wonderful. And after that, between the 21st and the 31st, I have some other wonderful experiences and surprises. And then January 1st, there's an opportunity to jump in and work with me for the year with the Shaman and You 12-month shaman training program. And I'll talk a lot about that as well as we go through everything. And I know there's a lot of people that are online that have some sort of program to buy into. I get all of the all of the emails and the sponsored ads too. I'm not really somebody that wants to promote to you to try to sell you something. It's really more my architecture, more my soul signature to be a resource, a community resource, to be a village shaman. But I live in a world where the village is larger than the neighborhood I live in. And the people that are ready, that are ripe for a shaman training process, and that are seeking a shaman healing experience is, it's global. It's not just homegrown here, although I have some wonderful people that I work with here too. I've just wanted to also jump in and be available and let you know that I'm here for you. So I hope you're going to enjoy the process of these next 31 days where everyone will have an opportunity to meet me directly in some way and to move through an enchantment of sorts and mostly to hear some stories. So thank you so much for watching so far, for getting to know me in a casual, beautiful way. And I'm going to put an audio file together so that you can just listen to the story and maybe, on your headphones, lay back and let it wash over you. And don't feel like you need to, keep your eyes open and connect in this direct way so you can go inward with the story and see what it brings up for you. I would love, if you'd like to, hear from you during these next 12 days, any experiences that you've had in the shamanic realm or the spirit world all around us. that is inspiring, shamanic, curious, awe-inspiring, challenging, um, heartbreaking breakthrough in some way, feel free to build up the collective heart energy with me as we go into the new year. Thank you so much. It's Holly Beatty, Joyful Warrior.